Good morning, everyone. So, here we are meeting again with the help of this video. Hope you all are good, well, and safe at home. So, today we are going to begin with new chapter from supplementary reader named Moments. Why have I started with this book? Because you have received this book from the school. So today we are going to start with chapter number 1. Before going with the chapter 1, I would like to inform about the pattern of the English as well. See children, you have to study. You have 3 sections in your exam. The first section is reading skills of 20 marks, writing skills with grammar 30 marks, and literature reader, that is course book, and extended reading, that is supplementary reader 30 marks. So total 80 marks of it. So questions which are to be asked from both the books are extracts, kind of reference to context, and short answers and long answers. You are supposed to write the character sketch of the characters from the books, from the chapter. So you have to read the chapters thoroughly so that you can answer in your own words. आप इन चैप्टर्स को अच्छी तरह से पढ़ेंगे तभी आप अपने शब्दों में भी आंसर्स लिख पाएंगे. एंड यू आर सपोज टू राइट योर आंसर्स ऑन योर ओन. सो these are this is a simple pattern which is to be followed. So during the classes, during the video session, I may add 1 or 2 chapters. I may add the reading pattern, reading exercises to be given by me. So today we are going to start with a very beautiful chapter lesson named The Lost Child, written by Mulk Raj Anand. So this is extract, as we have full novel on the same. So this is just extract, and supplementary reader has detailed lesson, but they are not yet detailed. Once you will go to browse the books, same name on the Google, you will find the whole book, all novel or play on the same. But this is extract, this is given according to your level. This is precisely given. So this is very beautiful story, how the title itself suggests. See, we are very eager to hear the stories. We love to hear, we like to hear the story. So this is the story of a child who goes with the parents to the fair, as we all used to go. Nowadays we don't go to the fair because we have malls and the other visiting areas where we would have fun. Earlier in those days we didn't have such things in our country. So parents used to make their children to visit fair, circus, etc. So this child also went with the parents. There the description of the fair is given in the beginning. See, you must imagine, now you all can imagine at your level also, if you do visit a mall, what things are coming in your mind. If you are at the mall, you will be fascinated, you will be enjoyed, you will be over enthusiastic to see this and that. Then you go and tell your parents. The same thing happened. And while in the fair, we have all the things: food court, playing zone, buying area. Then those fascination and attractive things comes in our eyes, it reaches to our eyes. So the same had happened. So they started walking towards the fair. One by one they must have seen the stalls and moving on. Now the child is young. As you all know, when you are young, you are fascinated by many things. Sometimes your mouth water, tongue liquor for such sweets, and then attractive toys. So the same happened with this boy. As he was moving towards the fair, he was fascinated by such things, and then he told his parents, and the father has given him a ruler, a strict look, the red eyes in the father's look. So he was scared. Then he stopped. So he still moved on in the fair with his parent. So he has holded his finger with his hand was holded by his parents. So they were walking, moving, and enjoying their fair, both parents as well as child. Now he was so enjoying the fair, so he started moving towards the fair, and then once he didn't even realize that he is not with his parents. He was left behind because he was looking here and there and checking out the things in the fair. Sometimes he was looking and then about to think in mind, shall I tell my parents? Shall I tell or not? Then he knows that if I'll tell, parents won't allow me to do. So it happens with us also when we used to go to the fair or mall or any visiting areas, exhibitions areas, where we used to say to our parents, they sometimes say no. Nowadays parents generally don't say no. They are already given us whatever we ask for, but sometimes it happens. So if it is not suitable to us, they know what is best for us. So the same happened with the child, and the boy moved further. Once he realized that I am not with parents, so he started yelling, shouting, screaming, and he doesn't know what to do. So the child is totally lost. Earlier he was with the parents, so he was not worried at all. Now he was quite worried because he was lost in the fair. Nowadays mall and the safety matters are there. You can just go to the reception area. There you can announce your name and just inform the receptionist or the front desk people whom you can tell your address, your details, and they'll announce, and then you will be located and handed over to your parents. But now this is only the possible things due to the technology. Earlier in those days it was not possible. That's why they used to tell the children, don't go anywhere without the parents' permission. If you go, take one or the other elder person with you. If not, then you will be lost. And then if you will be lost, you will be very hard to find in the area. So the same had happened with the child, and now he doesn't like anything. So I'm telling this story in the present tense somehow because you can relate earlier time and present time, and you can compare what due to technology we have such facilities where we can have fun, but along with the story we have moral, which I'll let you know later on. So when he came in the fair along with his parents company, he was enjoying a lot. But now he doesn't like anything because he's not with the parents. He wants his parents now. He doesn't want anything from the fair. He only wants his parents. So this is the life. See, children, always respect your parents. Obey your parents and elders. They know the best. So while moving and crying, he was crying loudly and crying like anything. And there he found one person who came to him and asked what happened. Then he said, like, I have been lost. I was accompanying with my parents and then I couldn't find them now. So please help me out. And then man who was kind enough, who was helping him out, he was managing the things, he was trying to console and making him happy with a very fascination and very attractive things, but he was not feeling good enough. It continues, still he couldn't find, and the chapter ends here, which yet didn't disclose whether he found his parents or not. So the whole description is given while he entered in the fair, what kind of fair was it, and then further moving, what kind of stalls and what kind of rides, sweets and all were there. Later, which things did he like the most, and then his parents said no. Further, again moving and thinking in mind, shall I tell my parents or not? Then he lost his parents. Again, when he was petted by a person, he was consoled, he was taken into consideration by a man who was making him to have fun in the fair. Then he didn't like about the fair because he wanted his parents to be with him. He wanted to be with his parents. So, what is the moral of the story? Here, moral of the story says that whenever you go, as you are young, whenever you go with your parents or elders, keep inform them. Or if they don't allow you to buy such things, don't take it into heart. Keep it in mind, when time comes, they will definitely buy for you from a different area, and you may get the best from the earlier one. So here, this is the gist of the story as I have explained. Once we will go through line by line of the lesson, then you will have more fun than this. Here you will get such questions which you have to elaborate in your own words. So you have to read the chapter very, very carefully, and while learning from this video, you have to keep your book and notebook along with you. We are going to read the chapter. Description: a child goes to a fair with his parents. He is happy and excited and wants the sweet and toys displayed there, but his parents don't buy them for him. In the beginning of the chapter it happens, and later, why then does he refuse when someone else offers them to him? Why does he refuse? It is already discussed by me. So, chapter story begins with, it was the festival of spring. So this is a festival. Once winter season goes, spring season arrives. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a galley-clad humanity. So alleys means a narrow passage way between or behind building. Alleys means narrow passageway. Narrow means small, not too broad. Emerged, move out of, a galley in a cheerful, clad kind of clothes, humanity. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a galley-clad humanity. There people, they used to wear a cheerful clothes, that is very narrow space, not broad space given to them. Some walked, some were walking, some rode on horses. Some people were riding their horses, others sat, others were sitting, being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. Some of them were sitting in the bamboo carts, bullock carts, etc. One little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. Now here comes that little boy, that little child who ran behind his father's leg. He was mesmerized in the fair. So brimming means fill something so completely that it almost overflows. He was overjoyed with life and laughter. He was so excited to see such varieties of rides and the place. So in this page you have few new words which you are supposed to write, and which I am giving. If you read, if you find anything extra, you are allowed to write. Alice, emerged, a galley, clad, brimming. Now next, come child come, called his parents, as he lagged behind, fascinated by the toys in the shops that lined the way. See, beautifully said. How the author has beautifully narrated these lines. See how politely, kindly our parents call us. Come child come, called his parents, as he lagged behind. Now lagged behind, showing a delayed effect. Delay, रह जाना. Fascinated, strongly attracted by the toys in the shops that lined the way. They were in a line. What shops were in that line? They were the shops of toys. So of course the little child liked that. He hurried towards his parents. Once when you receive the call from your parents, you move forward, you walk towards your parents fast, his feet obedient to their call. See how beautiful this line you can note down. Whenever you say no, your parents call you, you say, yes my dad, my feet obedient to your call. Always whenever parents call, we immediately go and obey. His eyes still lingering on the receding toys. Still, see, he's a child. Of course, he's a child. He liked to. So his eyes still lingering, slow to end. He doesn't want to leave. His eyes still staring. When you also find something interesting, your eyes are totally focused on them, on the receding toys. Look fixed. You're fixed at someone. As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him. He could not suppress the desire of his heart. Sometimes it happens with all of us. We cannot suppress our desire. We become stubborn. We demand for such things again and again. Even though he well knew the old, cold stare of refusal in their eyes. He cannot suppress, but he knows the answer. He knew the answer. The old, cold stare. Like stare, you are looking. Stare means to focus continuously. You are looking at something. Your father will be showing you the angry look. I want that toy, he pleaded, he requested, he demanded. His father looked at him red-eyed in his familiar Tyrant way. And Tyrant means a strict ruler, cruel ruler. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, was tender. And giving him her finger to hold. Now mother knows mothers are more kind than father. Mother made him comfortable and told him to hold her finger. Very nicely showing kindness towards her child. Look, child, what is before you? So now she is making him comfortable with the other things. What is before you? It was a flowering mustard field kind of weedy Eurasian plant. It is not normal, it is not common, but it is different, weedy, like kind of grassy. About on their gaudy purple wing, pale like melting gold as it swept across miles and miles of even land. Pale like dull, melting gold as it swept across miles and miles of even land. Now it has totally came out from the land. Now it is not only on the land. Now the color is changed. Actually, the plant's color should be in green, but now it has become dull due to the season change. In spring, leaves shades their leaves comes out from the tree and again grow back. So the same thing happened in the fair. So she was changing his mind, diverting his mind. A group of dragonflies were bustling about on their gaudy purple wings. Now bustling means full of activity. They are all busy. They are doing one or the other thing. So who were doing? Dragonflies. Gaudy, purple wings. Gaudy means we sometimes say you look gaudy. So you have your dress is gaudy. So it is too bright purple wings, intercepting the flight of a lone black bee or butterflies in search of sweetness from the flowers. So here intercepting means obstruct to prevent them from continuing to a destination. So dragonflies making them stop. Whom? The flight of a lone black bee and butterflies. The black bees and butterflies, dragonflies was making them to stop or hindering in search of sweetness from them, because butterflies and bees take the nectar of the flowers, the sweetness from the flower. So dragonflies were making them stop. The child followed them in the air with his gaze. So now this is very beautiful description. So here child follows because his mother diverted his mind till one of them would still its wings and rest, and he would try to catch it. See, butterflies goes from one flower to the other and the next it takes rest. So the boy was very happy to catch the butterflies. It happens with you all, didn't it? Yes. But it would go fluttering, flapping up into the air when he had almost caught it in his hands. See, sometimes it comes fluttering means moving, and flapping is going up and down. So almost he caught in his hands. Then his mother gave a cautionary call. So cautionary call, it like serving as a warning call. Cautionary call means warning call. Come, child, come on to the footpath. So don't go there. Come now, walk in the footpath. It was a small kind of garden prepared there. So he went there and enjoyed. So he diverted his mind and he enjoyed the natural beauty too in the fair. He ran towards his parents gaily and walked abreast of them for a while. Now gaily means in a cheerful. Walked abreast means side by side. While you are walking with your parents side by side, for a while he walked along with them. For a while means kuch der. Being, however, soon left behind. He was walking abreast with them, soon left behind. He was left behind, attracted by the little insects and worms along the footpath that were teeming out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshine. See, very beautiful sign it is. Very beautiful scene it is. Sometimes it attracts too. So here why did he leave behind from his parents? Because he was attracted by the little insects and worms along the footpath that were teeming. Teeming means be full of from their hiding places to enjoy sunshine. You must have seen these are very small insects, worms. They are available in the sand. That they make their holes. They sometimes come out and they go again inside. Why? To get the sunshine. See, everybody like to get sunshine. Vitamin D could be said. God has given all of us and equal to all. Come, child, come, his parents called from the shade of grove. Shade of grove means a small wood where they had seated themselves on the edge of a well. The edge of well means kinare. So they were sitting there, and then again they found the child is left behind. They called, come, please come here. He ran towards them. He went to them. a shower of young flowers fell upon the child. So you can see a bunch of flowers, like shower means जैसे फूल बरसना, ऊपर से किसी के ऊपर फूल बरसे, किसी का बर्थडे होता है, किसी के कोई ओकेजन होता है तो अपन शावर करते हैं. Fell upon the child as he entered the grove. See how beautiful scene it is. Just imagine if you are sitting, all of a sudden the shower of flowers fell upon you. What kind of feeling you feel? Like you feel very happy and forgetting his parents. Then he forgot. He began to gather the raining petals in his hand, all the petals, flower petals. But lo, he heard the cooing of doves and ran towards his parents. So he heard the soft sound of doves, the bird, and ran towards his parents, shouting, "The dove, the dove!" The raining petals dropped from his forgotten hand. So innocent the child is. He wants to protect himself, so he ran towards his parents and he forgot the petals. "Come, child, come," they called to the child, who had now gone running in wild capers round the banyan tree. Capers means to have a joke and all, like joker kind of person. Why? So he became wild, like he's going round and round the banyan tree and gathering up there. Up they look the narrow. Now gathering him up, they look the narrow winding footpath which led to the fair through the mustard fields. Again, so mustard fields they describe over there. So in this page you have few new words you can note down: lagged, fascinated, lingering, receding, stare, trend, mustard field, tender, bustling, gaudy, intercepting, fluttering, flapping, cautionary, galley, abreast, teeming, grove, wild capers, cooing. So this is a sound. You have these new words: lagged, fascinated, lingering, receding, stare, trend, tender, mustard field, bustling, gaudy, intercepting, fluttering, flapping, cautionary, galley, abreast, teeming, grove, wild capers, and etc. You can note down and find the meaning of the same from the dictionary or any other source. Until now, I would say thank you, and we'll continue the chapter in the next video along with the exercises. So you have to read the chapter carefully. Alright, have a great day ahead.